This thing on? Statutory disclaimer and opening statement. The Zamo the Destroyer show is for iguanas only. Please tail whip and claw your pet humans until they leave the room before you listen, because this show is not intended for lesser sorts of creatures like humans, kangaroos, cats and other mammals, birds, frogs, eels and fish, snakes, salamanders, or geckos. As I say every week, no geckos, none at all. I hate you all. You suck. Are all the undesirables and lesser sorts gone now? You sure? All right, then we can begin. Hey, you're listening to the Zamo the Destroyer show, a podcast by an iguana for iguanas, talking about important iguana stuff and issues. I am your host, Zamo, the Perfect. You surely know me from the comic I used to appear in, Zamo the Destroyer, because all iguanas do. But if not, shame on you. You bring shame to your entire family and the entire country your family comes from. And you can reduce slightly the amount of shame that you bring upon them by going and catching yourself up at ZamoTheDestroyer.com. So, this week was Thanksgiving in America. I don't know why they do it in the frozen hell of November. It's not really much to be thankful for at this time of year. I mean, October was Canadian Thanksgiving. That's bad enough. American Thanksgiving, it's 5 weeks worse. I figure it's best to have a holiday like Thanksgiving when there's something to be thankful for. I mean, duh, it's in the name. So we should move Thanksgiving to, like July, when it's 31 degrees Celsius here in Vancouver, and life is actually good for a little while. I mean, sure, lots of the humans complain it's too hot. Who cares what they think? And like I said in the last show, you can't trust people who complain about warm weather. They're commies who just want to steal all your money to give it to their friends and grants to fund their interpretive dance bullshit. So yeah, July, when those people are miserable, that's when we should do Thanksgiving. I suppose this would require changing the traditional fare, swapping to steak on the grill and watermelon instead of turkey and apple pie. But hey, that doesn't really affect us iguanas at all, does it? Nope. Also, we would actually have more variety for our Thanksgiving dinners, because there's much more in the line of fresh fruits and veggies in season in July, and they taste better. You can get the frozen strawberries at this time of year, and you get your pet monkey to thaw them out so that they're, edible and whatnot, but they just don't taste the same. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we should move Thanksgiving to July. I mean, talking about the turkey and the apple pie, I actually don't care if the monkeys want to have a turkey eating holiday in November. Just don't call it Thanksgiving. Call it Gluttony Day instead. Whatever. Anyway, speaking of the apple pie part of the equation, so Georgie had her idiot friends over on Wednesday, and they heated up an apple pie Georgie had baked with apples off the tree in the backyard. She did that a few weeks ago and then froze it. She actually did a whole bunch of them, but anyways, she tried to get me to go up on that tree and pick the apples for her. But when I quoted her the International Iguanas Union pay scale rate, she got her monkey ass on the ladder and picked them herself. She didn't want to pay. That price is unreasonable, Zamo. I would argue that $350 in cash is perfectly reasonable amount to pay for some apple picking over 15 minutes. Especially considering that I was going to miss a chunk of a really good Mythbusters rerun in order to go pick her stupid apples. And it was chilly. But anyways, so she picked the apples herself. She made the pies, and she wouldn't share none of it with me at the time. Well, I got some of the apple peeling stuff, but not the good part where she put all the sugar and cinnamon on the apple. So yeah. But anyways, so today, or not today, it all blends together. I have too many naps. Well, not that you actually can have too many naps, but I mean, what day is what, and it's just so dark. It all looks like one long night from this time of year until probably March. But anyways, what day was I saying? Oh, yeah, Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday when her idiot friends were over. Right. It was the knitting circle night. None of them were knitting Iggy anything this week. I tried to get Georgie to knit me another new blankie, but she said she had Christmas knitting to do. And then to add insult to injury, she hands me a ball of yarn and a crochet hook and tells me if I want yet another blankie, I could learn to make myself my own blankie. And Georgie's friends were all working on crap for Christmas too, so none of them would make stuff for me. And Georgie says, Zamo, you have 32 little sweaters I made you already and 12 blankies. Well, so what? I don't have 33 sweaters or 13 blankies, so you get to work. But anyways, and I wasn't, just on principle alone, I wasn't going to pick up no crochet hook and make my own blankie. That's her job. And anyways, by this time, the pie comes out of the oven. It smells so good. You can smell the cinnamon and the sugar and all the flaky crust stuff and whatnot. And Georgie cuts pieces for each of her idiot monkey friends, but none for me. Not even a little sliver one. It's the usual BS. You iguanas know the routine. And the vet says you shouldn't eat sweets, Zamo. Screw that. I've said before, I don't trust that vet. I don't think he has real credentials. I think he went to a monkey school. Not one focused on the needs of iguanas. And I think I know perfectly well what I can and cannot eat. But anyways, screw her and screw her vet rules about what I should be eating. But I had an idea. So I sat very quietly, very still. And I zoned out, trying to ignore their harpy monkey shrieks about their husbands not putting down the toilet seat, or whatever it was they were going on about. Because I knew if I was patient, and I didn't draw no attention to myself, then the moment would come when they forgot I was there. And finally, I sensed my opportunity when Georgie's friend Dina was lamenting her husband leaving his underwear on the bedroom floor next to the hamper. And all the hens got a clucking about it. And Georgie wasn't watching her pie. And Iggy pounced, face first, and took a huge bite out of the apple pie filling. It was like the size of my head. And as I gulped it down without even pretending to chew, I noticed Georgie still hadn't noticed. So I went in for a second bite, but as I was moving towards it, thought I saw a shadow, and then I had my face buried in the sugar-laced apple goodness, and I hear, Zamo, no, bad iguana, stop. And the next thing I know, I'm like 3 feet above the kitchen table, as an enraged chimp named Georgie carried me out of the dining room and put me downstairs. I told you no apple pie, Zamo. And I told you 1,000,000 times I don't give a crap what the vet says about my diet. Anyway, so I got banished downstairs to go play in your stupid secret lab. And hey, I got me a chunk of apple pie. So screw her. And when I'm in my secret lab, she can't bug me anyways because I got the door barricaded. Anyway, I kind of consider that a partial win. Yep, time to wrap it up for this week's show. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes. Just search Zamo the Destroyer. And, of course, as I always say, if your stupid pet monkey human snoops your iTunes, that's no good. We don't want them finding out about this show and hearing what we really think about them. So in that case, you just go to my website, zamothedestroyer.com, and grab individual episodes there or stream them or whatever. Talk at you, Iggs, next Sunday. Bye.